The story begins on a quiet night. A high school teacher named Emma walks home alone. Everything seems normal until she notices a terrified girl running from a car. A young man is chasing her, and something about the scene feels wrong. Emma follows them into an abandoned area and calls the police. But before she can even react, the man attacks her with a metal tool. Emma collapses, bleeding, and disappears into the darkness. And this is where the real mystery begins. A girl named Aileen wakes up from a strange dream. She hears a voice whispering something terrifying: eat the dirt. Her brother Walter is getting ready for work. He tries to be cheerful, but today is heavy for both of them. It's their mother's death anniversary. Before school, Aileen visits her mother's grave, brushing off the soil that seems almost alive. A new girl named Veronica joins the class and instantly becomes a target for the school bully Karina. Aileen steps in to defend her, which only angers Karina more. The principal then announces something strange: Emma never came to school today. Everyone celebrates except Aileen, who feels something is wrong. Later, Karina and her friends corner Aileen and force her to eat dirt to punish her. Aileen instantly gets horrifying vision of Emma being attacked. Her eyes change color. Scared, she runs to the bathroom. Veronica follows her, worried. A new, quiet bond forms between them. Aileen decides to visit Berda, Emma's grandmother. She hopes Emma is simply sick. But Berda reveals something terrifying. Emma never came home last night. Aileen notices the soil outside Berda's house shifting, as if something or someone is trying to speak to her, but she hides it. Later at home, Aileen tries touching the soil again, and this time the earth reacts. It wraps around her hand, it whispers her name, it pulls her closer. Veronica walks in, and the soil instantly goes still. Aileen is terrified. Something inside her is changing. That night, Aileen's sleep turns into a nightmare. She sees a forest, a hole in the ground, whispers her name. Tree roots wrap around her wrist, pulling, dragging, calling. She wakes up shaking. Aileen needs answers, so she goes to the only person who might understand. Sangria, the spiritual healer. Aileen tells Sangria everything: the visions, the soil grabbing her, Emma calling for help, the voice telling her to eat dirt. Sangria listens calmly and says something chilling. The earth is trying to speak to you. Some people talk to animals, some understand fire, and a rare few, like Aileen, are chosen by the soil. Aileen realizes this isn't a curse, it's a connection, but she is still terrified. Back at school, police arrive for Emma. Officer Ezekiel announces that Emma has disappeared. Ellen breaks down. She knows Emma is alive, but barely. Ellen, Veronica, and Kalaka run to Emma's grandmother's house. Everyone begins printing flyers, but Ellen slips away quietly. She kneels on the ground, touches the soil, whispers, "Show me where she is." The earth responds. Ellen eats a handful of dirt, and suddenly she sees Emma's attack. The exact location, the exact moment. She runs to the abandoned courtyard with Veronica and Kalaka. They search the place desperately, and Kalaka finds Emma's phone. Aileen calls her brother Walter, begging him to come quickly. But before the kids can escape, Ezekiel arrives. To protect Aileen and her friends, Walter stays behind and gets arrested on suspicion. Aileen takes a little dirt home. She eats it again, and this time her spirit travels. She appears next to Emma. Emma is alive, barely breathing. Aileen snaps back to reality and whispers, "She is alive, she is still alive." Meanwhile, the kidnapper finally steps out of the shadows. His name is Ellie, Emma's former student. Emma tries to reason with him, begging, pleading, telling him he is a good person, not like his father. But Ellie breaks. His mind is twisted. He refuses to let her go. Walter is in danger at the police station. They accuse Walter of kidnapping Emma. Aileen tries to defend him, but no one believes her visions, except maybe Ezekiel. He starts doubting the official story, but Aileen refuses to speak unless Walter is released. Desperate and alone, Aileen goes back to Sangria. There's no time left. Emma is dying. Sangria tells her, "Trust the earth, it wants to guide you." Aileen returns to the courtyard and gets on her knees and asks the soil again. This time, the vision is clear: an abandoned children's hospital. Ezekiel appears behind her. He followed her. Instead of calling her crazy, he listens. He knows the building. They rush there together. Aileen leads him straight to the room where Emma is held. Inside, Ellie panics as he hears them approaching. He grabs Emma, pulls her up, and bang! The gun goes off. Ezekiel breaks the door open and finds Emma bleeding out on the floor. Aileen arrives seconds too late. She collapses crying. She found Emma but couldn't save her. The night Emma dies, Aileen sits in silence, broken. Her friends try to comfort her, but nothing works. Aileen feels responsible. If she had listened earlier, if she had connected sooner, maybe Emma would still be alive. Walter is finally released from custody. He hugs Aileen tightly, whispering, "It's not your fault." But Aileen can't forgive herself. She promised herself that I will never eat dirt again, but destiny has other plans. Somewhere else, Ellie returns home calmly, as if he hasn't murdered someone. The shocking twist: Ellie is Kalaka's older brother, and Kalaka has no idea what his brother has done. Ailin goes back to school. A missing child poster hangs on the gate. A little boy named Lan has disappeared. Before she can process it, Karina and her friends start bullying her again, throwing insult about her dirt-eating power. A new teacher, Rosero, interrupts them. She replaces Emma for the school performance, but the sadness of Emma's absence hangs heavy. Walter returns to the workshop. His boss fires him. Walter is shocked. Why? Because Roll, their father, asked the boss to fire him. Walter hides the truth from Ellen because he doesn't want her to hate their father again. But it's too late. Something dark is resurfacing in their life. Ezekiel visits Aileen. He returns the CD the police took from her home and tells her something important. Has been removed from Emma's case, but he is not here for that. He hands her another file, a missing child, Ian. He looks at Aileen and says, "Help me find him." Aileen refuses. She is terrified of her own power. "Emma died because of me," she says, but Ezekiel whispers, "This time we can save someone." After school, Aileen meets Ian's mother. The woman is desperate. Her husband has searched everywhere and lost hope. She gives Aileen money upfront just for trying. Aileen takes the dirt from the last place Ian was seen, hesitates and eats it. She sees Ian's parents fighting loudly and Ian hiding in a closet. Useless. She tries again. More dirt. This time, the vision is horrifying. Ian is with his own father, and his father is attacking him. Aileen gasps and returns to reality. Ian's mother recognizes the location immediately. Police rush there, and for the first time, Aileen saves someone. Ian is found alive. Aileen with her friends go to an amusement park to celebrate. Aileen feels light for the first time in days. She even talks openly with Veronica about her missing sister. Then suddenly, Ian's father appears. He attacks Aileen inside the haunted house, trying to kill her so she can't testify. Aileen is seconds away from death when someone drags the attacker off her. She looks up. It's Raul, her father, the man she thought was in prison, the man she thought she knew. The next morning, Raul comes to her house. He tells Aileen a secret she was never supposed to know. Her mother also had a supernatural gift. She didn't eat dirt, she saw visions in her dream. Aileen realizes her ability didn't come from nowhere, it runs in her blood. But some gifts come with a curse. Veronica tells Aileen about her missing sister. She promises that she will help her to find her. The next day, Veronica visits her old house and collects the dirt connected to Mariana's disappearance. She takes it to Aileen. Aileen hesitates, but eats it. And suddenly her body collapses, her eyes roll back, and her soul is pulled somewhere else. Aileen wakes up in surreal place. A silent forest covered in fog. People walk quietly in one direction like spirits moving toward their final destination. She calls for Mariana. A girl appears behind her, pale, motionless. She touches Aileen's arm, grabs her face, and screams into her ear. Aileen snaps back to reality, choking, trembling. Veronica is crying beside her, and Aileen gives her the truth. "I am sorry she is not alive." Aileen visits her father in his rehab center, but something feels strange. Aileen opens up to him, admitting her power is overwhelming. Rawl comforts her gently. Then he gives her her mother's secret journal filled with visions and drawings. Aileen is shocked to see she shares the same nightmares her mother once had, the same flower, forest, and whispering darkness. Later, Aileen visits Ezekiel. She notices a painting in his home, the same place she saw Mariana's spirit. Ezekiel explains it's believed to be the passage where souls cross from the earth to the afterlife. Aileen tells him she never wants to go back there. He takes her hand and whispers, "You are meant to help the living, Aileen, not the dead." Veronica's mother arrives, desperate. "Please, try once more. I need to say goodbye to her." Aileen doesn't want to. The dead realm nearly broke her. Walter tells her she doesn't have to, but Aileen feels the weight of her gift. She tries again, and this time she's not alone. A dark creature follows Mariana's soul. Aileen runs. Mariana disappears. The creature approaches. Aileen screams and escapes the vision. She tells Veronica's mother, I'm sorry I couldn't find where she is buried. Walter begs her to stop, but Aileen is stubborn. This gift was given to me for a reason. She just doesn't know the cost yet. Aileen goes to practice dance for the school performance, but Karina and her friends ruin even that. As Aileen prepares for a move, Karina signals her friend. Splash! A bucket of mud falls over Aileen's head. Everyone laughs. Karina mocks her. Something inside Aileen snaps. She attacks Karina full force. Veronica tries to stop her, but Aileen pushes her too. Aileen runs out, shaking with rage, humiliation, and confusion. Veronica follows her, trying to help, but Aileen lashes out. You are just like everyone else, using me. Veronica is heartbroken and Aileen storms away. Kalaka finds her crying and hugs her tightly. He tells her, You are the strongest person I know. Aileen whispers, I don't want this gift anymore. I want to be normal. Aileen and Kalaka visit Sangria begging for help. Sangria tells them, I can't take your gift away, but someone might. Deep in the forest lives an ancient woman named Vana. She is older than anyone remembers. Some say she speaks to spirits, some say she commands them. They find her wooden cabin hidden among twisted trees. Before Aileen introduces herself, Vana whispers, I have been expecting you. A chill runs through Aileen's spine. Aileen drops to her knees and begs, Please, I don't want my power anymore. Vana looks at her quietly, then says, Only you can let it go. I will open the door, but you must step through it. She hands Aileen a shovel. Dig. Aileen digs a grave, her grave. Vana orders her to lie inside it. Kalakka watches, terrified, as Vana begins covering Aileen with soil. Darkness closes it. Roots wrap around her legs and her arms, her throat. She sees another version of herself, eating dirt, laughing, crying, drowning. Aileen screams and wakes up, gasping. Vana and Kalakka pull her out. Aileen shakes uncontrollably. Then she tries something small. She picks up soil, smells it, nothing. She eats it, nothing. No visions, no voices, no whispers. As they walk home, Aileen asks, What did Vana whisper to you? Kalaka say, She said our friendship would last forever. Lie. But the truth was, when Kalaka looked into Vana's mirror, he didn't see himself. He saw a wolf like shadow. Vana told him, You carry the guardian spirit your father had it before you. When the time comes, you will protect Ellen, and that time is coming sooner. Aileen returns to school the next day. She feels lighter, almost peaceful. Her power is gone. The earth no longer whispers. For the first time since childhood, her mind is quiet, but the world around her is about to erupt. Right before the school performance, Karina's friend announces she is missing. Her phone is not reaching. Aileen freezes. She may not like her, but something feels wrong. Karina never turns her phone off, never disappears. Something is pulling Aileen back into the mystery she tried to escape. Ezekiel visits her after the performance. Aileen tells him, My power is gone. He smiles gently. I care about you, not your gift. She felt calm, but it doesn't last. When she returns home, Karina's mother was waiting at the door. She asks for help, but Aileen's stomach drops. Her power is gone. She can't help. Aileen meets Ezekiel the next morning. She tells him about Karina was secretly helping Ellie sell drugs at school. And now that Karina is missing, there is only one suspect. Aileen visits her father Paul. She asks him if he found Fakero. Raul smiles calmly. Yes, we talked. We are at peace now. He lies smoothly because Aileen has no idea Raul murdered Fakero, and anyone who threatens his plans dies. Fakero was Raul's friend. Aileen gathers her group to find Karina before Ellie does something worse. They follow Ellie's car. He is strangely calm, too calm for someone whose girlfriend is missing. When they arrive at Karina's house, Ellie storms inside. He accuses Karina's mother of hiding her. Karina's mother yells, If I knew where she was, you would be the last person I would tell. Aileen watches quietly. Ellie leaves and Aileen tells her friends he doesn't know where she is either. But the truth is waiting to hit them like a storm. When Aileen was searches for Karina, Walter is discovering Fakero's body. And he now knows Raul was the killer. At Fright Yard, Aileen and her friends find Karina sitting alone in the cold metal container crying. She looks nothing like the confident bully from school. She says, I can't go back. He will find me. She was talking about Ellie. Karina tells the truth that Ellie killed Emma. And now he is behind her. Aileen promises we won't let anything happen to you, but destiny has already moved its next piece. because Ailey is closer than they think. Ailey chases her, shouting, "You think you can betray me? You think you can ruin me?" A gun glints in his hand. Ailin and Kalaka sprint after them, but Ailey corners Karina. He raises the gun. A massive black dog leaps from the shadows. It slams Ailey on the ground, growling, but this is no ordinary dog. It's Kalaka. For the first time, his guardian spirit has taken full form. Ailey screams, realizing the truth. You have father's power, not me. He grabs gun and points at the dog. Bang! The bullet hits someone, but not Kalaka, it's Ezekiel. He appears out of nowhere, taking the shot in his shoulder. Ezekiel fires back, wounding Ellie and knocking the gun from his hand. Karina goes home with the police. Ezekiel is treated at the scene. Aileen stands there in the middle of the fright yard, watching the broken pieces of everyone's life. Aileen goes home exhausted, and in a dream, she walks through a silent forest. The air is cold, the trees are dead. She approaches the same ancient well she saw in her earlier vision. Suddenly, a single glowing flower blooms from inside the darkness. And Forest whispers, "Never forget who you are." Hours pass, Walter doesn't return home. Aileen asks Hernan about Walter, but she don't get any lead and she is scared what is happening with her brother. She asks Soil for the answer, but no reply as she loses all her power. Desperately, she goes to Vana and asks her for help. Vana says, "Soil wanted bond with you, and you discarded that. Now, Soil will decide." She buries Aileen again, hoping the earth will accept her. Aileen feels the roots approach, touch her skin, almost pull her in. Then stop. The earth rejects her. Her gift is gone, completely, forever. Aileen screams in frustration, heartache, fear. Her brother is missing and she is powerless. But the nightmare is only beginning. Because the man responsible for everything is closer to Aileen than anyone else. From Forest, she runs straight to her father's rehabilitation center. She asks her father, "Did Walter come here yesterday?" Roll doesn't flinch. "Yes, he told me he needs time alone and that he doesn't want to see you right now." Her heart whispers, he is lying. But Roll speaks so calmly, so confidently, Aileen finds herself doubting her own instincts. As she leaves, Walter gave order to assistant Matthias, "Get rid of all Walter's belongings." Matthias and another man burns Walter's clothes in the backyard. Aileen goes to Miseria. Miseria tells her that his father is lying and he killed Fakero. And now Walter has vanished right after confronting him. Aileen, Miseria, Veronica, and Kalaka gather. They need to get inside the rehab center. Kalaka shapeshifts into his dog form and sneaks inside. He sees it, Walter, locked in a room, beaten and barely able to stand. Kalaka rushes back and tells the girls. A rescue plan begins. Miseria pretends Hernan is her drug addict brother needing help. The guards let them inside. Meanwhile, Aileen, Veronica, and Kalaka hide in the delivery truck. They slip into the dark hallways, avoiding cameras, avoiding Rawls' men. Step by step, they move toward Walter. Kalaka leads them to the right room. Inside, Matey is standing over Walter. Walter is weak, bruised, barely conscious. "Please," he whispers, "don't hurt them." Matthias hesitates. Veronica sees a flicker of humanity in him. "You are not a killer," she pleads. "Let him go." Matthias stares at Walter, then at the girls, and breaks. "I am not a murderer." He unlocks Walter's door, hands him clothes, tells them to run, but then someone triggers the alarm. Roll bursts in, sees Matthias with Walter and grabs him. "You hid my son's body," Roll roars. Matthias shakes his head, terrified. "I didn't kill him. I'm not a murderer." Roll pretends to hug him and stabs him. Matthias collapses. Roll turns slowly toward his children. His voice is cold. "You shouldn't have come here." Aileen realizes everything she feared about her father was nothing compared to the truth. The same mysterious flower. The dead are trying to speak to her. She drops to her knees, scoops a handful of dirt, and eats it. She stands again in the fog filled forest, but this time in front of her mother. Aileen asks her mother, "I can't understand the dead. This gift is scaring me, Mama." "You can't understand them because of your fear," says her mother, and tells her the truth, which breaks her heart. Aileen gasps and wakes up on the floor. Rawl is standing over her. His eyes widen and asks, "Your power came back?" Aileen stands up, and final confrontation begins. She asks him, "Why you killed my mother?" He replies, "She saw too much, she knew too much. Everything is fate. Your mother saw her destiny, she accepted it." Aileen screams, "You killed her because she wouldn't let you turn her power into a weapon." Rawl, pointing gun towards them, said, "Yes, and I would do it again." Aileen asks, "You killed Kalaka's father too?" Rawl replies, "His guardian spirit made him dangerous. He stood between me and my destiny." Rawl tries to kill them, But her mother's voice echoes in Aylin's mind. Do not fear the dead, they are with you. Aylin slams her hand on ground and massive wave of earth gulps Roll. Roll is gone, taken by the very earth he tried to control.